A flaw in New York's opioid system has led to deadly results as the epidemic is sucking life out of the southern tier. Tonight, we're digging deeper on the dangers opioid prescriptions pose.
We got a phone call from that young man that was staying with Katie. You got to come up here. Katie's on the bathroom floor, and I don't think she's breathing.
A mother's worst nightmare.
I knew when I saw her, she was very cold, so I knew that she was gone.
That started with a trip to the dentist when Katie Brundage was giving Vicodin to treat her unbearable pain after getting wisdom teeth removed.
So she said if you fight through the sleep, it's a really great high.
From there, Katie's mother, Melody, says it was almost too easy for Katie to get opioids from her doctor's office. So easy, she says she was able to refill her father's prescription multiple times.
That girl could pull the wool over his eyes. You know, she'd tell him things like, oh my God, my bottle of pills fell in the toilet. And so we'd give her a prescription for another one.
Years later, doctors are more aware, even having to use iStop, a program designed to monitor overprescribing to patients like Katie. But the system used to stop overprescribing isn't stopping this problem. 12 News obtained this report. It found more than 18,000 people being treated for addiction were not being monitored closely by the treatment program. And these patients were receiving treatment for their original addiction.
Yes, so there was a third of patients in the treatment program were actually receiving outside scripts for opioids while being treated for opioid use disorder.
Nearly 500 of those patients overdosed, and 12 of them had died. Mike Choi is a doctor with Guthrie. He says the numbers aren't so shocking.
There's a lot of loopholes. It's been going on for years, and I'm not surprised at loopholes now, even with the system. It's much better, but people will still try to get away with things.
While Choi says being a family physician is easier to monitor a small number of patients, he says with a high number of people at emergency rooms, it's more difficult to tell if someone is addicted.
Those I feel for, because they're dealing with patients who they've never knew before. They've never met. And they have to make an on-the-fly decision. And, I mean, opioid addiction is a vast problem, okay? It's been going on for years. I mean, we're talking about it now, but this is not a new problem. It's been there since I started training 20, 30 years ago.
A problem with a long history, which includes Melody's daughter, Katie.
I think more could be done. I think more could be done. I know more has been done since Katie passed. I know a lot of people don't want to spend money on it because it's a drug addict. It's a choice. I don't think it's that cut and dried.
Because for people like Katie,
the world was a better place with her in it.
What's written on that prescription pad can determine life or death. So this month marks 3 years since Katie's death. The CDC says opioids are involved in more than 60% of all overdose deaths in New York State.